Hello everyone, I am Dr. K. Santakumari. Today I am before you to talk about Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. Chinua Achebe is a African writer and he belongs to Nigeria, and he is a best author to talk about the anthropology of one particular tribe, that is Igbo. Let us go into the introduction of the author. Introduction to the author. Chinua Achebe was born in the year 1930 and lived up to 2013 and was a Nigerian novelist, poet, and a critic, widely regarded as one of the most influential African writers. His debut novel, Things Fall Apart, which is written in the year 1958, is considered a classic of African literature and a foundational text in post colonial studies. In fact, the novel's title, Things Fall Apart, has been taken from W.B. Yeats' a great poem, A Second Coming, and the first stanza of the poem, you could find this particular phrase. Turning and turning the widening gyre, falcon cannot hear the falconer, things fall apart, center cannot hold, mere anarchy loosed upon the world. Achebe wrote to challenge stereotypes about African culture and to portray the complexities of African life before and during colonialism. Let us go into the themes of the novel. Tradition versus change. The novel explores the tension between traditional Igbo culture and the changes brought by colonialism and Christianity. The struggle between preserving cultural identity and adapting to new realities is central to the narrative. The second theme of the novel is masculinity and gender roles. Achebe examines the societal expectations of masculinity, particularly through the character of Okampo, who embodies traditional notions of strength and masculinity. The portrayal of women and their roles in society also invites critical reflection. Of course, Okonkwo, being a protagonist, suffers from a problem of fear of being weak. That is his tragic flaw. And the next theme is colonialism. The impact of British colonialism on Igbo society is a significant theme. Achebe depicts how colonial forces disrupt traditional structures and create conflicts within the community. Fate and free will are two different themes which are dealt by the author in a very special manner. Characters grapple with their destinies and the forces that shape their lives, reflecting on the balance between individual choices and societal expectations. Identity and belonging is the next theme we find in the novel. The search for identity is a recurrent theme as characters navigate their cultural heritage amidst external influences. Let us look into the symbolism, which is an outstanding feature of Chinua Achebe in this particular novel. The first symbol you found is Am. Ams symbolize wealth, masculinity, and success in Igbo culture. Okampo's status is tied to his Am production, illustrating his connection to traditional values. The man who cultivates Am uh, is very great, and Am is considered to be the men's crop. And women used to cultivate beans, cereals, vegetables, etc. And they also take care of hens and cattle. Next symbol is fire. Fire represents both destruction and transformation. Okonkwo's fierce temperament is likened to fire, and illustrating his volatility and the consequences of his action. And there are other symbols also, and you could find those symbols in the novel. Next symbol is the locusts. The arrival of locusts foreshadow the coming of colonial forces. Their destructive nature serves as a metaphor for the disruption of Igbo life. Next symbol is the Ogne, gong. The Ogne symbolizes community and communication. Its sound represents the voice of the clan, emphasizing the importance of unity. Apart from Ogne, the gong, the wrestling match also indicates unity and togetherness in them. Next comes the important aspect of the novel, plot construction. Things Fall Apart is structured in three parts. Part 1, which deals with the introduction of the character Okanko and his family and the Igbo culture. It details his rise to prominence and the values that shape his life. Key events include his wrestling victories and the importance of yams. So Okanko is considered to be the man of action, and he is actually the man who lived his life by his own, despite his father not helping his family and him personally. Okanko's father Yunoka considered to be a very weak, and he always plays flute. He spends his time in merrymaking and jolly joking. He is not at all responsible towards family. By looking at Yunoka, Okanko decides in his life that he wanted to prove himself as a good man with good qualities. More than goodness, he wanted to prove himself as a wealthy man. Part 2. Part 2 focuses on Okonkwo's exile after accidentally killing a clansman. This part delves deeper into the Igbo traditions and the onset of colonial influence, including the arrival of missionaries. The second part, actually called by many critics that it is a period of transition to Okonkwo's life. And Okonkwo unknowingly happened to kill a man who belongs to the clan's his own clan, and he was asked to go to exile. Next, part 3 explores the collapse of Igbo society due to colonial forces and the internal divisions within the community. Okonkwo's struggle to reconcile his identity with the changing world culminates in his tragic fate. Let us look into the narrative technique of the novel. The entire novel was narrated in third person omniscient narrative. Achebe employs a third person narrative that provides insight into the thoughts and feelings of multiple characters. This perspective allows for a deeper understanding of the community's dynamics. And there are so many proverbs and folk tales involved in this particular novel, which also talks about the importance of the clan Igbo and the tribe Igbo. Achebe incorporates Igbo proverbs and folk tales, enriching the narrative and grounding it in the cultural context. These elements convey wisdom and reflect the values of society. A special part of the Things Fall Apart is they celebrate different kinds of festivals. Festivals have very important role in their life. In Things Fall Apart, festivals play a very significant role in the cultural life of the Igbo people, showcasing their traditions, beliefs, and communal values. Here are some key festivals mentioned in the novel. Let us look at the New Yam Festival. New Yam Festival is very significant festival. This festival celebrates the harvest and honors the earth goddess. The goddess of earth is called Eziani, as well as the ancestors. It is a time for community to come together and give thanks for the yams, which are a staple food and symbolize prosperity. And they also believe that a man who brings kola brings life. So whoever comes to their home will be served palm wine along with kola nut. Activities and during New Yam Festival. The festival includes feasting, dancing, and rituals. The yams from the previous harvest are offered to the gods before the new yams are eaten. People wear their best clothes, and there is a sense of renewal and joy. New Yam Festival is actually a festival where everybody celebrate and they start their life with full enthusiasm. Next important festival is Week of Peace, or it is also called Peace Week. Significance of this particular week is this festival occurs before the planting season and is dedicated to the earth goddess, ensuring a bountiful harvest during this week. The community emphasizes peace and harmony. Activities. No violence or conflict is allowed. Breaking this peace is considered a serious offense. Families come together and there are rituals to seek blessings from upcoming farming season. and whoever breaks the peace week should undergo punishment. Previously, the punishments are very strong. The man or a woman who breaks this peace week should be tied to a bullock cart, and they will be dragged on the floor until they die. But after a few years, this particular punishment has been dissolved, and they used to give punishment in a little more, different manner. The wrestling matches. Significance. These events are not only entertainment but also serve as a way to reinforce community bonds. Wrestling matches occur during various festivals, including the New Yam festival. So during these wrestling matches, they draw large crowds, showcasing physical strength and skill. The matches are festive with cheering and celebrations, highlighting the importance of athleticism in Igbo culture. And another festival, very important and crucial festival, what we comes across in this particular novel. The significance of this festival is, while not a formal festival, the story of Ikimefuna illustrates the cultural practices and beliefs of the Igbo people. Ikimefuna is a boy given to the clan as a part of a peace settlement but ultimately meets a tragic fate. Activities. His story reflects the moral and ethical dilemmas faced by the community, illustrating themes of sacrifice and the consequences of cultural practices. Of course, many times Okonkwo identifies himself with Ikemefuna when he was young, and he, more than his son Noe, likes Ikemefuna for his dedication, commitment, and hard work. Role of festivals in the novel. Cultural identity. Festivals reinforce a community's cultural identity and shared values. They're essential for passing down traditions and creating a sense of belonging. Social cohesion. They serve as a means for community bonding, allowing individuals to connect and celebrate their shared heritage. Contrast to colonial disruption. Festivals highlight the richness of Igbo culture, contrasting with the disruption caused by colonialism and the arrival of missionaries, emphasizing the theme of cultural conflict. Overall, festivals and things fall apart are pivotal in illustrating the vibrancy of Igbo culture and the communal life of its people. Before concluding the novel, there are so many things to discuss, especially the characters in Things Fall Apart have got a significant part to play. Every character, including missionaries, take a very important role to talk about the themes of this particular novel. Things Fall Apart is a profound exploration of the clash between traditional African society and the forces of change. Achebe's intricate storytelling, rich symbolism, and thematic depth make it a seminal work that continues to resonate in discussions of identity, culture, and colonialism. Thank you.